everyone, welcome to my channel, and today we are going to learn how to crochet this cute little top. And this is very easy to crochet, so if you are a beginner, don't worry, you can do it. And what I really like about this top is that you can crochet this top for any size that you like to crochet. So if you like to crochet it for yourself, you can do it, or if you like to crochet it for a baby girl or maybe for your friend or anyone that you like to crochet, you can crochet this top. So I'm going to bring you through step by step on this tutorial about how to crochet this top. And if you prefer written patterns, you can find a free written pattern on my blogspot. I will upload the link below in the description box, so you can check it out. So before we begin, I hope you guys consider to subscribe to my channel and support me. And those who have subscribed to my channel, thank you so much, and I appreciate your support very much. So without further ado, let's get started. So to crochet this top, you're gonna need yarn, two different colors. I'm using these two colors, pink and yellow. So here I'm using mercerized cotton yarn. You can use any kind of yarn available with you. And for this yarn, I'm using 2.75mm crochet hook. You're gonna need a pair of scissors, a stitch marker, and a yarn needle. And you also gonna need a measuring tape to measure yourself. So we are going to begin with measuring around our bust. Then we are going to crochet the chains according to the bust measurements. So before you begin, measure yourself. Then we are going to begin with chain stitches. So let's make a slip knot and make the chains according to your measurements. At the same time, keep the stitch count at multiple of 3. So the stitch count is multiple of 3. Okay, so once you have your chains according to your measurement, we are going to join into the first chain stitch. Make sure your work is not twisted. So insert the hook into the first chain and join with a slip stitch. And now we are going to begin with our first row. So for that, work chain 3, 1, 2, 3, count as our first double crochet stitch. Then yarn over and work 1 double crochet into the next chain stitch. And we are going to work 1 double crochet into each stitch around. Okay, so here I'm done working row 1. And now I'm going to join with a slip stitch into the third chain here. So insert the hook into the third chain and work a slip stitch. Now we are going to begin row 2. To begin row 2, work chain 3, count as our first double crochet. Then I'm going to work chain 1 for the separation and yarn over, skip the next stitch and work 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 and 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 and 1 double crochet. So we are going to repeat this all around for row 2. So end of the row 2, work chain 1 and skip the last double crochet stitch here and slip stitch into the third chain. So find the third chain and work a slip stitch. Now we are going to begin with row 3. To begin row 3, work chain 3, count as our first double crochet and work 1 double crochet into the next chain space and 1 double crochet into the top of the double crochet stitch. Again 1 double crochet into the chain space and 1 double crochet into the top of the double crochet stitch. So we are going to continue work this way for row 3, and when we done row 3, slip stitch into the third chain and begin with row 4. So the row 4 is repeat of row 2. Then when you done row 4, you are going to repeat row 3 for the row 5. So I'm going to complete with my row 3, 4 and 5, then I will be back. So row 4 is repeat of row 2, row 5 is repeat of row 3. Okay, so here I'm done working row 1 to 5, and now here I have joined the yellow yarn into my work. Now I'm going to repeat the row 1 to 5 with yellow yarn. Then when I'm done with yellow yarn, I will again join with the pink yarn and again repeat the row 1 to 5 with pink yarn and so on. So we are going to repeat the row 1 to 5 all the time with color changing. So when we done the first 5 row, we join the next color and work the next 5 rows with that color. As for me is yellow. Then when we done with that 5 rows, again we are going to repeat with this pink color. So we will be continue working like this until the piece enough to cover up the bust area. So if you like to make it more longer, you can do it as well. So I'll be working like this until I get my piece enough length to cover up my bust area. Then I'll be back and show you the rest. So here I'm repeating row 1 again with yellow. Then I'll be repeating row 2, 3, 4 and 5 again and again. At the same time, remember to change the yarn colors in every 5 rows. After every 5 rows, we will be change the yarn color and again repeat this pattern. Okay, so here is the piece that I made, and I made total of 20 rows. So the first 5 rows with pink and the next 5 rows with yellow and again 5 rows with pink and again 5 rows with yellow. So it's total of 20 rows, and it's the repeat of row 1 to 5, as you can see. Now we are going to begin with the lower part of our top. So this is the upper part, and we are done. So now we are going to begin with the lower part. So we will be join the yarn into lower part here, so into this row. So I'm going to turn my work this way and grab the yarn, and I'm going to attach it into here. So this is where I ended up the last row. So now I will be attaching the yarn into the same place. And I'm going to tie a knot to secure the yarn, and work one single crochet in the same place. So wrap the yarn and bring it through. Work chain 1 first and make it tight to secure your yarn. Then insert the hook in the same place and work one single crochet. Then we are going to work chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and skip 2, 1 and 2. Into the next stitch, work one single crochet. So we are going to skip 1, 2. Into the third stitch, work one single crochet. Again chain 4, skip 2 and one single crochet. Chain 4, skip 2 and one single crochet. So we are going to repeat this all around for the first row of our lower part of our top. So end of the row 1. Here I did chain 4, and I'm going to slip stitch into the first single crochet here. So insert the hook into the first single crochet stitch and make a slip stitch. And now I'm going to work slip stitch into the next chain stitch here. And again slip stitch into the next chain stitch. So I made slip stitches into the first 2 chain stitches of the chain 4 here. To begin row 2, I'm going to work one single crochet into the same space. So insert the hook, yarn over and bring it through, yarn over and pull through 2. So I did the single crochet into the same space, and now I'm going to work 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 4 and one single crochet into the next chain space here. Chain 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and one single crochet into the next chain space. Chain 4 again, one single crochet into the next chain 4 space. So here I begin with single crochet and chain 4, one single crochet into the next chain space, chain 4 and one single crochet into the next chain space, chain 4 and one single crochet into the next chain space. So here I made 1 2 3 chain 4 spaces, and now I'm going to work 9 double crochets into this chain 4 space here, which means the next chain space. So here I did single crochet, and now yarn over and work 1 double crochet into the next chain space, and continue work double crochets until you get total of 9 double crochets in the same place. So here I did 9 double crochets, and now I'm going to work a single crochet into the next chain space. Then I'm going to work chain 4 again, and 1 single crochet into the next chain space. Chain 4, 1 single crochet into the next chain space. Chain 4 and 1 single crochet into the next chain 4 space. Then again into the next chain space work 9 double crochets. And we are going to repeat the same thing all around. So after the 9 double crochet, single crochet into the next chain space, and again chain 4, and single crochet in the next chain space, again chain 4, and single crochet in the next chain space, again chain 4, and single crochet in the next chain space. So this is what we are going to repeat all around for row 2. So here finish row 2. You should have ended up with the 9 double crochets and slip stitch into the single crochet here. Then we are going to slip stitch into the next 2 chain stitches as we did before. Then I'm going to work a single crochet here to begin the row 3. Then I'm going to work chain 4 and 1 single crochet into the next chain space here. Again chain 4 and 1 single crochet into the next chain 4 space. So here we did 2 chain 4 spaces, and now have reached to the 9 double crochets here. So I'm going to work 1 double crochet into each double crochet, so it will be 9 double crochet in this row as well. So once you're done with the 9 double crochets, work 1 single crochet into the next chain space here, then work chain 4 and 1 single crochet into the next chain space, chain 4 and 1 single crochet into the next chain 4 space. And we are going to repeat this all around. So in here we will have 2 chain 4 spaces instead of 3 chain 4 spaces that from the previous row. In this row we will have 2 chain spaces. So that's the only difference, and the rest is going to be similar to the previous row. So here I have finished row 3 and I have worked the slip stitches until I reach to the center of this chain 4, and now we are going to begin with row 4. To begin row 4, I'm going to work a single crochet into this chain 4 space and work chain 4, 1 single crochet into the next chain 4 space here. So in this row we only have 1 chain space in the middle like this. Then I'm going to yarn over and work a double crochet into the between the first 2 double crochets. So here this is the chain 4, so we don't count that, and this is our first double crochet stitch, and I'm going to yarn over and insert my hook into the space between the first and second double crochets here and work a double crochet. Then chain 1 and yarn over, insert the hook into the next 2 double crochet between the space here. So this is the second and third double crochet, so in between the little space here, so we are going to work 1 double crochet there. Then chain 1 again and yarn over, insert the hook into the next space between the 2 double crochet and work a double crochet. So we are going to work chain 1 and 1 double crochet in between. So this is the last. So here I did the last double crochet into the 8 and 9 double crochet between the little space. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 double crochets with chain space. So previously we have 9 double crochets, so in this row we work into the in between, so we only have 8 double crochets with separate with the chain 1. And now I'm going to work a single crochet into the chain 4 space here, then chain 4 and 1 single crochet into the next chain 4 space, and we are going to repeat this all around. So here I'm done working row 4, and at the end here work a slip stitch into the first single crochet stitch, and now I'm going to trim the yarn from here. So I'm going to change the yarn color into yellow. So to begin row 5, we are going to join the yellow color yarn into here. So this is the chain 4 space, so I'm going to join it there. And work a chain 1 here and make it tight to secure your yarn. And to begin row 5, work chain 3, count as our first double crochet, and we are going to work 8 more double crochets into the same chain 4 space here. So we will have total of 9 double crochet stitches. So I have 9 double crochets, and now I'm going to work a single crochet into the chain space here. So this is the first double crochet stitch from previous row, and in between we have chain 1 space here. So I'm going to work 1 single crochet into that chain space. So row 5 is similar to row 2. So we are repeating the row 2 for row 5, and the only difference is from here we are going to work chain 5 instead of chain 4 that we did previously. From here we will be working chain 5, so we can widen our top. So work chain 5 and skip the next chain space here. So into the first chain space we work the single crochet, and now I'm going to skip this next space and into the next space work a single crochet, and again chain 5 and skip the next chain space and work a single crochet into the next chain space, chain 5, skip the next space and a single crochet into the next space. So here we did 3 chain spaces as we did on the row 2. So in row 2 here we did 1, 2 and 3 chain spaces. So in row 5 we are repeating row 2. As I said, from here we will be working chain 5 instead of chain 4. And when you reach to the chain 4 here, work 9 double crochets into that chain 4 space. Nine. Then work a single crochet into the chain space here, the first chain space, and we are going to work chain 5 and skip the next chain space and work a single crochet into the next chain space. Again chain 5, skip 1 space and work into the next space a single crochet, chain 5 and skip 1 and work a single crochet into the next space like this. So we have 3 chain spaces, and in between we have 9 double crochets. So from here we are going to repeat row 2, 3 and 4 for our entire project. So as I said, I begin the row 5, which is similar to row 2. When you done row 5, you are going to repeat the row 3 for the row 6. Then you are going to repeat the row 4 for the row 7. So when you done row 5, 6 and 7, again you are going to change the yarn color into pink. So we are going to continue this way until we get the desired length for our top. So I made couple of rows for the bottom part of my top, and now I'm at the last row here. So I'm going to show you a little difference in the last row. So as you can see, I have made some picots on the last row here. So I'm going to show you how I did it, and the rest is same as we did previously. The in between, the chain 5, so I made in here, as you can see, a little picot instead of working chain 5. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So for that, here I have worked the 8 double crochets with the chain 1 between, and now here we have to work the chain 5. So I'm going to work it with the picot. So work 1 single crochet into the next chain 5 space here, and now I'm going to work chain 3 and hold the last chain stitch with your fingers like this, and now again make chain 5 and insert your hook into the first chain of that chain 5 here, and yarn over and bring it through both loops. So here we did a picot with chain 5, and now I'm going to work chain 3 again and work a single crochet into the next chain 5 space here. So here is it. So that's how I ended up my last row, and in here I'm going to slip stitch into the third chain to finish my work. And now I can trim off the yarn. So this is how it looks at the end of our last row. Okay, so we are going to begin with the sleeve part. So for that we are going to work with the shoulder straps. So for that I'm going to work chains according to the length of my straps. So we are going to work the straps separately and later join them into the top. So you can place the stitch markers on your top, that where you're going to place the straps. So here is mine, and for that you can measure yourself, like you can wear the top first and take the measurements on your body and mark the places that where you're going to place the straps. So let's see how to work on the straps. So here I have made chain 50. So this is for your reference. You can make the chains according to the length of your straps. So for me is 50 chains, and when you are done with your chains, we are going to work 1 single crochet into the second chain from the hook. So skip the first chain and work 1 single crochet into the next chain, and we are going to work 1 single crochet into each chain stitch across. So here I'm done working single crochets all across, and now we are going to begin row 2. For that, chain 1 and turn your work. And for row 2 we are going to work into the back loops. So insert the hook into the back loop of the very first stitch here and work a single crochet. So that is our first single crochet stitch on this row, and we are going to work one single crochet into each stitch back loop. So insert the hook into the back loop and work a single crochet. So here I finish row 2 and begin with row 3. So from here I'm going to repeat the row 2 for the row 3 and 4, which means I'll be repeating row 2 for the next 2 rows. So I will have total of 4 rows of single crochets into back loops. So here I did total of 4 rows of single crochets into back loops, and now we are going to begin with row 5. To begin row 5, I'm going to work chain 3, count as a double crochet and turn the work and work 2 more double crochets into the same stitch, so which is the very first stitch here. I'm going to work 2 more double crochets, but in this row we are going to work into the both loops. So insert the hook into the both loops and work 2 more double crochets in the same space. So we did 3 double crochets into the very first stitch here, and we are going to work 3 double crochets into every stitch across. And remember, in this row we are working into both loops. So here is the strap that I made, and now I'm going to show you how to attach it into the top like this. So when you trim the yarn off, you can keep a long tail to sew it into your top. So this is the right side of my top, and I'm going to join it into the place that I just marked with the stitch marker. So here I have ready my yarn needle. So insert the thread into the yarn needle and get it ready so we can sew the strap into the top. So I'm going to remove the stitch marker and place the strap there. So this is the right side of the strap and right side of the top. So I'm going to weave it from wrong side like this. So I'll be placing the strap like this and weave it into the top. So you can do it your way, and here I'm doing what suitable for me. So when you're done weaving it on right side, you can bring it into back here and weave it on the back here as well. And repeat the same thing on the other side, and I'll be back when I'm done. So here I'm done working on the straps, and this is how it's look. And to crochet the straps I used both colors. So this is the final look of our top. So this is the end of this tutorial, and I hope you guys like this tutorial. Give a thumbs up to this tutorial if you like it, and you can follow me on Facebook by click the link below in the description box. So thank you for watching me.